Hi, I'm Ryan Del Veneri with Image Depot Express, and thank you for joining us today. We're going to be learning about our glitter flake heat press material. Okay, so let's start with the samples. All right, so this first example would be our regular one color cut glitter flake material. Okay, so this is going to be the one that we see used most often. It's going to be the most economic because it's only using one color, it's simple, it's easy. Okay, so some of the things to know about this. Number one, this is a great glitter material. So unlike glitter inks that you might be familiar with, this glitter's not coming off the shirt. It's not going to rub off, it's not going to come off in the wash. The material's going to last the life of the shirt. It's a great product. Okay, the second thing, and it's one of the limitations it has, what you got to remember is this is not being printed onto the shirt. This is being cut out of a material and then pressed onto the shirt. So it's going to sit on top of the cotton one, so you're going to be able to feel this material. Okay, so you don't want to do anything that's going to be too heavy or it's going to feel too heavy on the shirt. The other side is you're not going to be able to get like super fine detail out of this. Okay, so that's the one thing that you really do want to remember is because we're cutting it out, if this was like a text that was a 1/4 inch tall, it's not going to cut out very well. It's not going to look very well on the shirt. So you want to really make the design have bigger, chunkier pieces to it rather than small, dainty pieces. And again, you don't have to be an expert on this. Our design team can help you get it to where it needs to go. So if you just communicate to us, this is our design, we want to do a glitter flake logo, we're going to recommend how it's going to look the best and what it's going to, how it needs to be laid out in order to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So just rest assured, we got your best interest at heart. We're going to help you get the artwork to a point that it looks great in a glitter flake design. So this would be our traditional, most economic, one color design, okay? So the next one I'm going to show you is going to be our multicolor design, okay? So let's take a look at this one. So this is a multicolor design. I don't know if you can see this on your screen or not, but it's basically using two different glitter materials, and it's using actually a white ink. Okay, so you've got a silver glitter that makes up the words Windermere here. You've got a silver glitter that's outlining the words Warrior's Mom. Okay, and then you've got a blue glitter that is inlaid inside each one of the letters. Now, I use the word inlaid. What you want to remember with glitter flake is it cannot press to itself. So when we cut this stuff out, it's got to butt up to, like if it's a two-color design like this, it's actually got to be cut out, and then the silver would, in this case, the blue would be pressed down first, and then the silver would be pressed down second, and we'd line that silver up to go exactly in the outline, to match the outline of each letter, and for Windermere to fall in the right place. So why is this more expensive than one color? Well, number one, there's more time in lining up these two different colors. Okay, you're also using a lot of material because this material comes on a roll, if you will. So it's a big sheet of glitter flake material, and then we cut this design out. So we're going to throw away all those excess pieces. Like for instance, when we cut the silver out, everywhere where you see a blue letter, there was silver there originally. We had to take that out and throw it away so that it would all match up. So you're using twice as much material in some cases when you're doing a multiple colored design. Not in all cases. Like if they'd done the words warriors in one color and mom in another color, that wouldn't use any more material, and the cost would be, marginal as far as the difference between a one color and two color design. But this particular design is a lot more expensive to do. The other thing you'll notice is we used a white ink here. What we determined was in order to get this softball or this baseball to show off, we needed to use an ink color. If we would have used a glitter, number one, we wouldn't have been able to press the laces on because, again, it can't press to itself. And then the other side is it was just like, it wouldn't have complemented the design well. So occasionally we're going to say, hey, pair it up with a screen print or something to really give the print another dimension. Okay? So this is an example of a two-color glitter flake design. All right, the next design that I'm going to show you is where we paired that glitter flake with rhinestones. So this gives it a really unique look. Okay, so one thing that I want to show you is this is the glitter flake portion of the logo right here. It's done in black glitter flake, which if you haven't worked with black glitter flake, it looks really cool, especially when you want like a subtle design. So like here we're doing a dark colored shirt with a black glitter flake. I've even seen, it's got to be the right design, but I've even seen it where you take a black glitter flake and you put it onto a black shirt. it looks super premium, super high end, but it's got to be the right kind of design. So if it's something you're interested in, talk to us. We can guide you down the right path. But here we've got a really dainty design. This is a stallion. If you can't tell, it's a Mustang. And so you've got Windermere Elementary, and you've got the Mustang below here. And the Mustang is in rhinestones. The regular text is in glitter flakes. So in this case, they'd really wanted a mostly rhinestone design. But number one, rhinestone pricing, which I'll get into that in a different segment, but rhinestone pricing is dependent on how many stones are going into the design. So by simply changing the text over here to glitter flake, they were able to cut a lot of cost from the overall project, because the glitter flake is a lot less expensive than the rhinestones. But the other thing is if you ever had rhinestone text, depending on the text, when you get into like bigger letters like this, they just don't seem to look as good, at least not in my opinion. I think that this marriage between the glitter flake text and the rhinestone design really gives it a better look, one. Okay, it makes the text a lot more legible, two. Okay, it's giving you a different texture to look at on here, so it makes it more interesting, three. And then overall, it makes the cost of the design less than if we'd done a whole thing in rhinestones. So it's just something to consider on your next order. I would consider going this route. It just kind of depends on what design you've got. All right, and the last one. So the last type of glitter flake is where we pair it with a screen print. So we already showed you that kind of on that two-color design, but this shows it in a much bigger way. So I want to point out something here. Glitter flake as your 100% of your logo is not always the best way to go. Okay, so like in this case, this logo has a much higher impact because we just did the glitter in the area that we really wanted to showcase and stand out. And then we used screen printing techniques for the text here as well as the heart here. Okay, so not only is this going to be less expensive than if we did the whole thing in glitter flake, but the overall design looks a lot better. It's a lot more creative looking. It's a lot more interesting to look at. The textures are really cool. And like when you see this heart with the flag in it down here, like that would have been impossible to achieve with glitter flake. But with screen printing, it's not that hard at all, and it actually looks really good. So just keep in mind that we've got a ton of different colors. On the glitter flake page on our website, we're going to have listed all the colors so you can take a look at those so you can see what you've got at your disposal. You'll also might want to note that we've got a printed glitter flake material that you might want to look into if you've got a more complicated design. It's not as glittery as this, but it's a happy medium. I mean, it still looks good. It's got all the benefits of this material, but we can print it and vector cut it, and it really comes out sharp looking. So thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you learning with me. We look forward to working with you on your next project. Give us a call. We'd love to work with you. Thanks. Bye.